An international tribunal is convened in Nuremberg, Germany.
A number of the highest profile Nazis who were still alive were put on trial for their crimes in fostering the Nazi regime.
As for the Third Reich scientists, they had a different fate in store.
We talk about the spoils of war. Now, in this case, one of those key spoils of war was actually the brain power of the Nazi scientists.
One of the most sought-after scientists is Wernher von Braun, the head of Hitler's rocket program. He was responsible for the groundbreaking guidance systems that allowed V-2 rockets to arc horizontally over long distances before hitting their mark. Another innovator everyone wanted was Victor Schauberger, the genius behind Die Glocke and the anti-gravity handle. Researchers believe he held many secrets to UFO technology and perhaps even had a direct connection to alien intelligence.
All these brilliant Nazi scientists, of course, were hugely attractive, both to the US government, the British government, and indeed the Soviet Union. And although there were supposedly legal restrictions on Nazis allowed to come to the US, a lot of these key Nazi scientists escaped trial at Nuremberg, were spirited away to work for the US government.
There were an awful lot of the Nazi scientists who said, we don't want to be captured by the Russians, and made their way west, including people like Wernher von Braun, who took his entire rocket team to the west in order to surrender to the Americans and help them with their rocketry programs.
Under a top-secret program called Operation Paperclip, Nazi scientists are resettled in America, often under new identities.
Victor Schauberger, the developer of the flying disc that may indeed have had some kind of levitational effect. He was brought to the United States, but still held in custody for quite some time. Obviously, the U.S. government squeezed him for every drop of knowledge that he had.
The idea was to import Nazi scientists with very, very questionable backgrounds into the United States to work on our new high-technology development programs. Schauberger, von Braun, and many others were brought over in spite of the fact that they had been involved in various war crimes during the war itself.
Operation Paperclip was a very strategic move by the United States. What they did was they saw how Nazi Germany had really advanced to a high superpower in a very short period of time, using all of these advanced exotic technologies. Then they said to themselves, wait a minute, we got to get our hands on these scientists because those are the people that knew how to develop these. So we have intelligence officers and Nazi scientists all working in the United States, working on top secret projects and put into high positions of power.
So the fact that the United States could lead these trials against these Nazis and then at the same time bring many of the other Nazis over whose skills were still coveted, clearly that's highly hypocritical.
Still, Operation Paperclip delivered to the U.S. a wealth of scientific knowledge and maybe even a treasure trove of extraterrestrial technology. But what impact will Nazi UFO secrets have on America? Coming up.
Dr. Wernher von Braun ran the program for the V-2 rockets. He became the most prominent person in NASA.
The fact that we beat the Russians to the moon has its roots in Nazi technology.
ProPlan Live Clear, a breakthrough, 10 years in the making that reduces allergies in hair and dander.